You know what I mean? Like it was
Have we
pretty.
been on for a whole hour? That's crazy.
We've been on for a whole hour, so we'll probably do another like 5-10 minutes just to
Oh,
just to make sure we get some closure on the things we were talking about. Um,
closure.
or I don't know, closure, a button, a wrap it up. I mean, like the road never really ends, you know. But let's just yeah, I really want you to finish the thought. So we're live again. So let's right back where we were about your lines.
I mean, I don't know where we left off. What's the last thing you heard?
You were talking about your lines and you conveying what you want with your
Yeah.
lines and you're speaking for the people.
Yeah, I mean, I think what I have going for me is my life experience and my voice and really looking closely at lines and images. Um, to be honest with you, Matt, but that's cool. I mean, it's cool. I'm just, accepting who I am. But, I feel like my work is very straightforward. There's not a lot of metaphor. There's not a lot of whatever pinche movidas there are in poetry. I just think that I say what I say, and sometimes, I don't feel it's very poetic in that way. Like it's not like very tricky, and I don't know what I think it's supposed to be. But when I get into that headspace, it really disrupts what I'm doing. So whenever I start thinking that and like, oh, or if I see somebody else's work and I'm like, oh, that's real nice what they did. I don't do that. I suck, right? All that stuff, I really like challenge that every day. I'm like, don't go there. Just what do you want to say? Put it down, revise it, make it crisp. And I just try to stay in that like productive mode. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of like comparing that goes on with me and a lot of like how come you don't do whatever, why isn't that your style? So that's a daily battle. I just have to take that on every day and
Mhm.
constantly shift out of that like comparison and being mad that I am who I am.
Yeah. Well, the only person that like ever really feel that way. I mean, I listen to a lot of people and I really enjoy their work. But the only person I ever like, I don't want to say like jealous or like, oh my shit, is with this guy Tongo Easton Martin up in the
Mm,
Bay. And every
mm,
time I hear him, I'm like, fuck. Like, it's not just a question of like, oh, he did something I do better than I'm doing. It's like it makes me like question like the entire way I approach this whole thing.
mm.
Like the entire because I'm seeing what he's doing and it's a completely different way. It's a completely different approach. And every time that happens, I remind myself that it took him, however, it took him like 39 years, however old he is now, to get to where he's at to do that. And it's taken me 38 years to get to where I am to do what I do. So
Right.
unless I want to invest the next 40 years to sound like him by the time I'm like 80, like that's not a winning idea anyways. I mean,
Hmm.
you shouldn't want to do that period like for moral, ethical and just spiritual even reasons. Um it's not possible. And so like so when I'm around him who when I do shows with him who he's an incredible poet, incredible talent. It just challenges me to be better at what I do. It challenges me to be better at being me, you know? And I think
Hmm.
that kind of mentality is what we need. We need to like when we hear things that make us feel as though we're inadequate, um, you know, yeah, we got to like address whatever nagging voices in our head that tells us we're never good no matter what. But also like if there is something that hey we can improve, like I can improve upon what I do, and this is
Right.
challenge to let me know that the up is higher than I thought it was. Like the ceiling is like really high, and like but to do it the way I do it, like be
Right.
better than me,
Right.
a crisper version of
Yeah, I
myself.
definitely don't. I don't think the answer is just to like negotiate with the voices in my head. I do feel that I do need to read folks' work every day. I need to look at why what they do works for me. How can I incorporate that into my work? Again, I never studied literature, right? I did Occidental where I ate shit. I did education masters, which was beautiful and lovely, and that was great. And that was it. And then I went into my MFA for literature, and I don't know what the hell they were talking about most of the time. And So, you know, there's that piece too that I never actually formally studied. So again, like I just got, you know, insecure right now. And I was like, there's metaphor, there's la la la. Like you start getting me that, and I start like, what is there in poetry? I get all
Yeah.
confused. So, you know, I should do something about that. You know,
Yeah.
I should find what are the elements of poetry. I do what I do. Do I actually even do that stuff? So there's, I think that ongoing, you know, development as poets, we have to do. It's not just like, who do you think you are to say I'm not a digital? Like, we really do need to understand, you know, our world and our genre. So for sure to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we've spoken for an hour on the other one. We got cut off by way of conspiracy on
For
this
sure.
one. But I think that I've taken up some of your time here. So is there are there any like you want to share another poem? Do you want to like plug some stuff? Do you want people to know about La Palabra and what's coming up, or is that on hiatus, or what's going on?
So I host a monthly poetry reading in Highland Park in Northeast LA. It is the fourth Sunday of every month at 2 p.m. Of course, you know, we're all quarantined. So the location that where we hold it, Avenue 50 Studio, is closed. But we do that. And do I want to? Okay, I'll read one last poem and then we'll
Okay.
call it a wrap. But give me a number.
Between 1 and 35.
Yep.
1.
All right. Second shift. Fucking done. Acabada. Canvas bag, teacher mom. I sigh through the front door. Sons kick off shoes and toss backpacks, flop on sectional and fall asleep. I start fireplace. Hostile MFA class in 2 hours. Manuscript spilling out of backpack reminds me. Change into stretchy pants and faded Obama t shirt. Lady and Coco skid around me. I pinch up their shit and wipe up their piss. Review homework folders, preheat oven to 375, chicken broth or milk to soften 16 frozen mashed potato medallions. Feet up, eat other half of leftover carne asada burrito. Outside, dense slate storm clouds gather.
Yeah. Very, very powerful. You're a wonderful poet. All, all manners and modes of praise be upon your name. So
And well, you know what? Thank you, Matt, because
yeah,
you it's been, you know, great to have a friendship with you. I love following you. You know, you're an outrageous and an audacious person. And I just always enjoy your spirit and your sense of humor and your productivity. And I'm just really happy that we know each other. And I'm so happy that you're in my life. So thank you.
well, likewise, I'm really glad, and we're going to be working together in the very near future. So won't keep it under the hat for now, but the world will soon know.
Hey, and then maybe I'll be world famous. Boom.
Yeah, like Tom Cruise.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I aspire to. Tom Cruise.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Walk
One
walk the world like a you know
like something.
like a Tom Cruise. All right. On that note, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll do this again soon.
Thank you, Fran.
All right, everybody.
Ciao.